Hello, everyone. My name is Kathy McCory, and I am the CEO at the Greater Issaquah Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to welcome you to the 42nd Annual Community Awards. If this is your first time joining, you're in for a very rewarding evening. We are so happy to have all of these fabulous people joining us tonight, all of these awards being given out from many different organizations. And we're going to throw some fun and games in the mix too. So you definitely want to stay tuned. I understand there's several watch parties going on, which I think is just fabulous. It's another tribute to the fantastic community we're in. So a little bit of housekeeping for you. There is a link in the chat box at the very bottom of the chat. We put a link to the program this evening. So if you want to get that on a separate screen or print one out real quick so you can follow along tonight, that would be great. I want to thank our Chairman's Circle members that make programming like this possible. Through their generous donations, we're able to take on extra workloads, meet community needs, and do fabulous programming like this. And our sponsors are Costco Wholesale, Evergreen Ford Lincoln Chevrolet, Overlake Medical Centers and Clinics, Puget Sound Energy, Recology, Raleigh Properties, Swedish Hospitals, and Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. So again, thanks to all of them. At this point, I'm going to turn things over to our MC, but I have to share a few words about this person before I do. So Wright Knoll has been our chairperson for the last 2 years. His very first meeting, we went into shutdown for the pandemic. This today is his last day as chairman of the board, and we're coming out of pandemic. And it's been a great experience. There's always treasures that come out of something like a pandemic, and Wright has been one of them. He was always calm, he was kind, he was thoughtful and patient. And I don't think we would have fared as well as we did if it weren't for his great leadership. If he could win our Volunteer of the Year award, I think he certainly would have, but we exclude our board chairman when we choose. So, Wright, I know you're going to continue to support us, and I know there'll become a time and a place, but as your CEO, I just want to personally thank you for doing such a great job steering us through such difficult times, and I turn the program over to you.
Well, thank you, Kathy. That is appreciated and heartfelt, and it has been an honor to serve. I know you guys don't want me to sit here and watch me stammer over that, but I really appreciate those words, Kathy. If we'd just known that we could have gotten rid of the pandemic by getting rid of me as the board chair, I'm sure you would have done that much sooner. It is an honor to be and to have been the chair of the Issaquah Chamber of Commerce. It's a vibrant organization and it represents numerous businesses, or all of the businesses in Issaquah, large and small. There we have started, since I've been here, started this event with an invocation. They've asked me to give that invocation. And then I'll go into the first awards. So if you'll join me with a moment of silence, and I'll say a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are thankful for community. We're thankful for people that strive to help others, for volunteers that inspire. We're thankful for the opportunity to live in a community that is so giving and charitable. We're thankful for the country we are a part of, and pray that may find ways to be united in caring and being concerned for others and helping others. We're thankful for the opportunity to do business and be involved in business and be involved in helping others. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. All right. Our first, the way this will work is I will announce the organization and the presenter, and then we will turn the mic over to them, and then I'll come on for the next person. Well, I was going to make a joke about nobody can slap me because I'm on screen, but maybe that's too soon for that joke. Anyway, our first sponsor award is by the Kiwanis Club, and it will be presented by Barb D. Michelle. Take it away, Barb.
Thank you so much, Wright, and thank you for your service to the Chamber of Commerce. The first award presented by the Kiwanis Club of Issaquah is the 2022 Community Volunteer of the Year. I have just 2 minutes to review all the reasons this person was selected for this award, and it's not going to be nearly enough. This person has put in countless hours working quietly behind the scenes, adding her time, talents, hard work, and good humor to an incredible range of activities. The nomination letter on behalf of this person cited over 30 Issaquah organizations that have benefited from her volunteer efforts. And I'm just going to provide you with a few of the highlights. This person has organized the Kiwanis Concerts on the Green food and beverage stands every year. She has organized the Salmon Days barbecues, and then during COVID, organized the alternative salmon secret spice sales, which, by the way, sold out. She organizes the quarterly Kiwanis Community Meals contributions. She is a constant volunteer at the Issaquah Food and Clothing Bank. She organizes and leads the monthly meetings of the Salmon Country Action Club, which serves people with disabilities from all over the East Side. She chaired the recent, very successful Boots, Barrels, and Brews Kiwanis fundraiser. And she is an active member of the Seattle Kiwanis Children's Cancer Program, which raises funds for children with cancer, as well as supporting medical students focused on cancer research. She was also a consistent volunteer during COVID at the Issaquah School District vaccination clinics, and she has served for many years as the Kiwanis Club treasurer and kept all of our books in line during that time. The person who nominated her said, "Jerry Tolstead is always the first to step forward if something needs to be done. She has tireless energy, which she uses to benefit those in need. She is always ready to lend a helping hand, and her organizational skills to benefit the community. Having worked with Jerry for the past year and a half, I could not agree more. She is a superb and selfless volunteer and richly deserves the 2022 Community Volunteer of the Award. Congratulations, Jerry. And here is your beautiful award. And we'll be giving this to you in person as soon as possible. So congratulations. And this is a surprise to Jerry, so I don't think she'll be preparing any comments, but we will be sure to honor her in person as soon as we can. I have a second award to present tonight. It's the Human and Spiritual Values Award. Tonight, we are honoring a member of our community with the 2022 Human and Spiritual Values Award. This person has given decades of service to our community based on her deep and abiding faith, her longtime association with our Lutheran Savior Church, her commitment to helping people in need, her commitment to the young people of Issaquah, and her warm, caring, and inclusive approach to everyone she meets. In reviewing the nominations submitted on her behalf, for years, this person has organized her church's response to the meals program at Community Hall, supported supplemental reading programs for non-English speaking students, prepared impact donations for families in transitional housing at YWCA's Passage Point, and served in several leadership positions, including Our Savior's Social Needs Committee. She has long promoted humane approaches to helping people experiencing homelessness, including an experiment in sheltered parking at Our Savior. She has served as her church's representative to the Issaquah Semi-Amish Nourishing Network, and currently she is a leading member of an Our Savior group working with the Food and Clothing Bank to help them expand capacity and services to those experiencing food insecurity in our community. I bet a lot of you know this person in her many other positions of service at Issaquah: former school board member, Washington State School Board Association president, and a former director of the National School Board Association. Even as Connie went on to national fame and recognition, she remained a true guiding light at Our Savior Lutheran Church. And even though I like to kid her occasionally about those Lutheran green Jell-O salads, I am absolutely honored to present the 2022 Community Award for Human and Spiritual Values to Connie Fletcher. And again, Connie, thank you for your service, longtime service to this community, and for being an example to all of us for what it means to work on behalf of those in need. Here again is your beautiful award, which you'll be getting in person as soon as possible. And so congratulations to Connie Fletcher. We are just honored to present this award to her. Thank you, and I'll turn it back to you, Wright.
All right, thanks, Barb, and we appreciate all the Kiwanis Club does to enhance Issaquah and the community. We'll now have the next award that is sponsored by the Issaquah Schools Foundation, the Golden Apple Award, which will be presented by Jody Mull. It's all yours, Jody.
Good evening, everybody. Fred Nystrom has been a resident of Issaquah for over 40 plus years and a community icon. He is a longstanding community leader that has made an impact on the greater Issaquah and beyond. He has always had a passion for helping those in need, especially our youth. Fred and Marty Nystrom have 3 children who have all gone through the Issaquah School District. Fred is a compassionate individual, always willing to lend a hand to help with an empathetic and listening ear. He is a resourceful connector and has an impressive affiliations and volunteerism to help students and families in our community. Fred has supported the foundation in so many ways during the years when their children were in school and beyond. From calling for kids phone-a-thons to set up and take down at the Issaquah Community Center during the early days of the ISF Brown Bag Luncheons, table captaining for fundraising, mentoring, volunteering at Clark, Issaquah, middle and high schools. For over 30 years, he has served as a Rotarian for the Rotary Club of Issaquah, volunteering his time to serve on multiple committees, including being recognized twice as Rotarian of the Year. He is focused on promoting educational and experiential opportunities for Issaquah District students, including helping students with studying abroad opportunities through the Rotary Exchange Program for Issaquah students. Fred has volunteered for Salmon Days for over 20 plus years, helping to organize and deliver the renowned Run with the Fishes 5K run, now a family tradition, which raises funds for local nonprofits, including the foundation. Most notable is his volunteerism and support of the Drug Abuse Resistance Education DARE program. In 1983, the federal government introduced a nationwide program called DARE, which aimed to reduce drug-taking gangs and violence among young people. In the late 90s, the Tyler Nystrom Memorial Fund awarded selected Issaquah students to attend Camp Rockila on Orcas Island, where kids and teens have a chance to explore their individuality and become a part of their community. Although the DARE program no longer is available, Fred continues to offer grief and compassionate support to individuals and families that experience the trauma of suicide and advocates for organizations aimed at drug abuse and suicide prevention. Fred has also volunteered to help with Life Enrichment Options, a community nonprofit that supports individuals with developmental disabilities. For over 10 plus years, he has helped organize the annual Soapbox Derby race for youth with developmental disabilities. The list goes on as he participates in the annual July 4th parade for Issaquah as the parade announcer, to being the Grand Marshal, parading down Front Street, welcoming families to participate. Born in California, a University of Arizona graduate, and served our country in the United States Marine Corps. He's a marketer, a writer, publisher of books and magazines, a community manager, and connector of people. Fred is deserving of the Golden Apple Award for his decades of volunteerism and service to our youth, their families, and the general Issaquah community and beyond. And we have Fred here with us, and Fred is going to be able to respond. I'm going to move it to my turn.
Thank you very much.
And here's your award.
I have to say that I was slightly hijacked. I came to a birthday party and this apple broke out. And I don't think there's any greater honor than to be recognized for the little things that you've done over a period of years that help improve the quality of life in the community. And so I am flattered, I'm surprised, and I'm humbled by this. And I appreciate the fact that the chamber continues to work and and honor the community awards recipients. And I hope to be around for a lot more of these. Thank you very much.
Done, both of you.
All right. Well deserved, Fred, and it was good to see you. It's been a while. Our next award is the Sponsored by Life Enrichment Options, given by the Sponsored by Life Enrichment Options, and it's the Caring Community Award. It's presented by Francis Jung, Secretary. Francis, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Life Enrichment Options has played an important role in Issaquah for over 30 years. First, as an advocate for people with developmental disabilities seeking employment opportunities after high school. Give me a second. And now our mission has expanded to include housing, family education, and recreation. Life Enrichment Options has always valued community inclusion and acceptance. Tonight, I am honored to recognize 4 awardees who exemplify these values with the Caring Community Award. Our first award winner is a peer tutor for Issaquah High School's LRC2 program and works tirelessly to support the students and nurture all their strengths and interests. A very optimistic and upbeat person, Maggie brings sunshine into the hearts of all the students. Maggie goes well beyond being a peer tutor. She engages with the LRC2 students in extracurricular activities and general education, which is outside of her peer tutor tasks. She is an energetic friend to her classmates with disabilities. Please join me in awarding the Leo Caring Community Award to Maggie Noble. Maggie, thank you for all your work. Maggie, are you able to say a few words?
Yes, I am very honored to receive this award. I love my peers and I love working with them.
Excellent. Thanks, Maggie. Our next award winner and his team were incredibly supportive, helping the Leo organization transform our traditional annual luncheon into a successful online fundraiser. Steve is a thoughtful, well-spoken advocate and was incredibly generous in sharing his time and network with us. Please join me in awarding the Leo Caring Community Award to Steve Ferreira. Steve, thank you for your generous support. Steve, are you with us?
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm honored to receive this award. Being an advocate for people with disabilities is one of my biggest passions in life. Thank you, Issaquah Chamber of Commerce and Leo Foundation for recognizing my advocacy.
Thank you, Steve. Our next award winners share their time and talents to teach chorus and theater to our disabled population. They put on several seasonal performances that allow our singers and actors to take to the stage and shine. Amy and Howard go above and beyond with their time and energy, providing our developmentally disabled population with a wonderful social and creative outlet. Please join me in awarding the Leo Caring Community Award to Amy and Howard McComber. Amy and Howard, we are grateful to have your support. Amy and Howard, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. He's just saying goodbye to everybody on the show here. So yes, we're here. Thank you so much. It's very thoughtful of you guys.
Excellent. Thank you, Amy and Howard.
Thank you so much. We're so grateful.
Our final award winner is a company that has embraced our organization as they built the Mike Ernst House for Leo. The Mike Ernst House is a beautiful new property in the Issaquah Highlands that will be home to 6 new residents with developmental disabilities. The property has also has room for live-in care providers. Toni Morrison has been an exceptional partner during the whole process to bring Leo's fifth home to reality. Please join me in awarding the Leo Caring Community Award to Taylor Morrison, presented by Ron Smith, VP of Construction. Ron, thank you for your continued partnership. Ron, you there? Yeah, Ron, can you hear us? Perhaps not. Thank you, Toni Morrison and Ron. We'll catch up with you later. Back to you, right?
All right. Thank you. And thank you for all those individuals that were honored with those awards. All right, we have the first break, the gamification break. So everybody get out your chat session. The way this works is I will ask a trivia question related to Issaquah. And the first person to put the correct answer in the chat box will win a $50 gift card to Drew Brew Tap Room and Brewery. So get ready. Here is the question. What Issaquah industry does the mural on East Sunset Way and First Avenue represent? And I will be texted the person that wins. And I've seen the right answer go up there, but I'm not getting who did it first yet. So the answer is, oh, here we go. Retina is the winner. She can go to the Chamber of Commerce offices and pick up her gift card there anytime in the next week or so. Looks like you get 2 questions. So question number 2 is, what does the blue door symbolize in front of Issaquah Police Department, and what country does it come from? And the winner of this question will get a $50 gift card to Ivers. I saw lots of it go up real quick, so it looks like Dorona won, and oh, sorry, Kathy Jones. That was my mistake. I think that was referring to the first one. Kathy Jones is the first one to answer that one correctly. And the door symbolizes friendship and hospitality, and it is with our sister city in Morocco. Excuse me. All right, now back to celebrating our wonderful community. This award is sponsored by the Greater Issaquah Chamber of Commerce and will be presented by Kathy McCory, and it is the Volunteer of the Year Award.
Thank you, Wright. So our Chamber Volunteer of the Year Award goes to our chair of the ambassador team, Lisa Shenham. And as the Director of Sales and Marketing for Homewood Suites and Hilton Garden Inn, it comes as no surprise that Lisa would exemplify customer service. Yet on top of a very demanding job years ago, Lisa accepted a volunteer position with our ambassador committee. We could not have asked for anyone more suitable to represent the chamber to our peers. Lisa understands that as a business community, we are stronger together, and shares her reasons why she knows this to be true. She shares it openly, honestly, and with business professionalism. She welcomes new businesses and new chamber partners with the charm and grace that God has gifted her. She always carves out time out of her busy schedule to deliver a welcome basket, meet with new businesses, introduce them to clients, answer questions, suggest dependable local goods and services. She's the one-stop shop. If you ever have a question, you need to ask Lisa. 3 years ago, Lisa agreed to chair the ambassador committee. And that is why that's where we discovered that Lisa is not only a great collaborator and team player, she's a tremendous leader. She grew the ambassador team in a record growth year of 2019, and her team delivered over 70 welcome baskets to the business community. The past 2 years have tested all of us, made us stronger and more resilient. But imagine, if you will, overseeing a group of extremely outgoing and gregarious volunteers, trying to keep them engaged and motivated when their main goal and priority have been taken away from them. Going out and welcoming members of businesses to the community was what they did, meeting them face to face, delivering welcome baskets now during a pandemic. All of us came to a screeching halt when that happened. But we add to Lisa's traits and accomplishments that her working in the tourism industry, managing sales for 2 hotels, which were completely shut down. What happened? She did not falter. She kept her spirits high and motivated others. She kept the ambassadors going. She found a safe way to deliver welcome baskets and put teams of people together to help out in the 7 Days Beer Garden. When some people weren't able to make their shifts, Lisa and her husband volunteered to take on extra shifts, making sure that everyone was taken care of. I should also mention that Lisa is on the board of directors for the Sammamish Chamber of Commerce as well, just expanding upon her talents and her willingness to give to chambers. Lisa said she's choosing not to speak tonight. We might just double check to see if that's the case, but I'm sure she would appreciate hearing from all of you. As I present to her the 2021 Chamber Volunteer of the Year Award, and if you could all give up some virtual raisings of hands, raise them and lower them real fast to show you're clapping for her, perhaps a shout out in the chat box. Lisa, I just want to say we love you and thank you so much for being the giving person that you are. We are truly blessed. Thank you, Wright. Back to you. Oh, right, I forgot to ask, did Lisa want to come on?
Lisa, it's all yours if you want it. Looks like the answer is no.
Thank you, Kathy.
Oh, there she is.
I know I'm a little camera shy on these. So no, thank you so much. And I really appreciate it. And it's just, it's fun and I really enjoy it. And I thank you so much for all those words.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
All right, the next award is also from the Issaquah Chamber of Commerce, but will be presented by Pete Norby. It is the Spawner Roll Award.
Thank you, Wright. I have the honor of presenting this year's addition to the Salmon Days Spawner Roll, and that is Rob Guild. Rob has been volunteering with Salmon Days for over 13 years and has served on the Salmon Days Committee. That's the group that organizes the festival for the entire time. Rob began volunteering with Salmon Days in 2009 when he was asked to run a new music stage in the hatchery. The year before, he had been walking around the hatchery and mentioned that it would be cool if there was a stage there, but little did he know that he would be the one to organize and run that stage. He continued to run the stage for a total of 4 years and was responsible for securing the stage, the sound system, and all the artists for that stage, and did a really great job on that. Rob's worked in a bunch of different areas. 1 year he helped run the Foods of the World area. That's our food court for Salmon Days. And another year he oversaw the train depot for the Extreme team. And for those of you that don't know, that is where we have all of our gear necessary to put on the festival. But in 2015, the festival was presented with a challenge. Our longtime headquarters chair could no longer continue in the position, but Rob eagerly stepped into this role. As the headquarters chair, Rob arrives before anyone else does on Saturday morning to start our operations. He is the conduit for everything during the festival weekend. He's our liaison to the police and fire departments. Sponsors and arts and crafts vendors call him with issues. Volunteers contact him if they can't make it to their shift. And should there be problems, he coordinates with all of our outside companies that provide equipment for the festival, whether it's the tents, powers, toilets, or all sorts of other stuff. Since taking over headquarters, Rob has significantly refined and streamlined our operations for such things as lost children, lost and found, and our festival communications, going so far as to work with Eastside Fire and Rescue to install special antennas during Salmon Days weekend to improve our radio reception throughout the festival footprint. In 2018, Rob successfully managed the transition of our headquarters to our new location in the Senior Center. After the festival each year, he creates a post-mortem report that is the definitive record for the year's festival. Oftentimes reaching over 20 pages long, the report documents everything that happened during the festival, how each and every program area worked or didn't work, and how we can improve the festival for future years. Our biggest problem with Rob is we have a difficult time getting him to leave headquarters area to take a break and to see what's actually happening around the festival, or to even get some food. And he always has his head in the game, so much so that one year, a stack of chairs in headquarters somehow fell on his head, but this did not deter him in the slightest bit. But he did earn the Salmon Days Hard Hat Award that year. As you can see, Rob is the heart and soul of Salmon Days. So in recognition of his many devoted years of service to Salmon Days, it was great pleasure that the Greater Issaquah Chamber of Commerce names Rob Guild to the Salmon Days Spawner Roll. And Rob, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thanks for those kind words, Pete. Hey, I just want to acknowledge two people that are responsible for getting me involved in Salmon Days. They're both named Robin. First is my partner, Robin Spicer, who inspired me to get involved. She received the same honor 20 years ago. And the second is Robin Kelly, a longtime festival director, who believed in me and empowered me with responsible assignments with the festival. Just also want to quickly acknowledge my role models in the Salmon Days volunteers, Mike Rabb, David Bame, my predecessor, Max Maxwell, and thank the chamber staff, Kathy McCory, Pete Norby, Amber Liebenson, who I charged with keeping Salmon Days Festival festive. And a shout out to hundreds of Salmon Days volunteers, especially Josh McGow, who has helped me every step of the way at headquarters. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob, and back to you, Wright.
Thank you. For those of you that don't know, the Chamber of Commerce puts on Salmon Days every year. It's an honor for us to do it. And it is, we feel like it presents a wonderful picture of Issaquah to the state of Washington and to the United States. It's won national awards. All right, our next award is sponsored by the Issaquah Highlands Council, and it is the Issaquah Highlands Community Builder of the Year Award. It will be presented by Lindsay Pinkston, the acting director. Lindsay, it's all yours. Well, part of the fun of having a virtual broadcast is that sometimes things don't go as anticipated. Lindsay, are you with us? There we go. Here she comes. Maybe. There we go. All right. Well, Lindsay, while we work out technical difficulties, let's move on to the next award, which is sponsored by the Issaquah Education Association. And it is the Educator of the Year Award, presented by Dorona Uzley. And Dorona, if I mispronounce your name, I'm extremely sorry. Lindsay, I can hear you typing. If you speak, I might be able to hear you. I'm kind of on a roll on this one. So
Hello?
yes, is this Lindsay?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead, Lindsay.
Okay.
And the Community Builder of the Year Award.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
The Issaquah Highlands Community Builder Award recognizes, sorry, I just lost my my notes page. Okay. It recognizes a resident or community partner who exemplifies the mission of Highlands Council to foster the development of a vibrant and caring community committed to service, diversity, stewardship, and well-being. Highlands Council bestows this award to commemorate a significant milestone in service or partnership. In 2012, Issaquah Highlands master developer Port Blakely created the Community Builder Award to recognize Vicki Steer's retirement. Vicki was a Port Blakely vice president and served as executive director of both the Issaquah Highlands Community Association and Highlands Council in the community's early years. Since then, one person has led our community building efforts through recession, growth, and celebration, showing us we are stronger together. Christy Garrard. For the past 11 years, Christy served the Issaquah Highlands community as Highlands Council Executive Director with dedication, passion, and love. Many of you may know Christy from one of her many city committee positions, saw her riding her bike while balancing stacks of books for our little free libraries, or received a welcome from her at Blakely Hall. While Christy's contributions to Issaquah Highlands and the greater community are too numerous to count, a few of her most notable achievements include establishing the Highlands Youth Advisory Board in 2013, where she mentored middle and high school students to develop lifelong leadership skills. Growing the annual Highlands Day Block Party to a summer end festival with an attendance of 5,000 people. Founding the Issaquah Highlands Community Fund in 2020, which stewards charitable contributions that enrich lives and address the needs of Issaquah Highlands. And leading Highlands Council in the community's recent rebranding project, resulting in a fresh new look for the Issaquah Highlands Urban Village. About Christy, Highlands Council trustee David Nagai said, "With her trademark smile and unwavering can-do attitude, Christy maintained focus and over time grew Highlands Council to celebrate community and inclusiveness." When I say Christy put her blood, sweat, and tears into building community in Issaquah Highlands, it's no exaggeration. I am proud to have served with her, and I know without a doubt our community is stronger with Christy as a part of it. I am honored to present the Community Builder Award to Christy. Please join me, along with Highlands Council trustees and staff, in celebrating Christy's legacy at Highlands Council as she transitions from executive director to community volunteer, because we are never letting her truly leave us. We know Christy will continue to have a positive impact on this community. Congratulations, Christy, and thank you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I've had the honor to bestow this award to other neighborhood leaders over the many years, secretly always hoping that one day I might be considered among that distinguished group of human beings. And I'm super honored. I had no idea that dream would come true, or certainly that it would happen this year. So thank you to the Board of Trustees and the staff at Issaquah Highlands Council. It's been an amazing journey to be a community leader. And I know that I leave the organization in wonderful hands to take us forward with exciting new community building efforts. So thank you, Lindsay, for this award. And I'm very humbled and honored. Thank you.
Congratulations, Christy. Christy was on the board of the Issaquah Chamber of Commerce and served there very well, and until her new position, which required her to resign, and we miss her. All right, We'll now move to the Educator of the Year Award by the Issaquah Education Association. Rona, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Great. I apologize if I mispronounced your name.
Thank you. It's Durana Azal.
Rona,
And
great. Thank you.
thank you. And it's my pleasure to present the Issaquah Educator of the Year of 2021 to Joshua Moore. I have had the personal privilege of working with Josh through advocacy work on behalf of the Issaquah educators and for the students of Issaquah. Josh brings a tremendous amount of passion and knowledge. He has served in many areas of education for over 23 years. He's creative in his work and brings that energy into everything he does and with everyone he works with. As one of his colleagues that nominated him shared, Josh's work on the bargaining team in 2021 was brilliant. He was the voice of reason, the person always pushing us past our comfort zone to really challenge the district to make changes, meaningful changes. Josh changed the tone of the conversation of the team multiple occasions. He never pulled punches. He always led with values and held that above his own discomfort. I'm inspired daily by his courage and reliability. So on behalf of the IEA, Josh, your name will be added to the many other names that hangs in our office. So thank you so much for all that you do for our educators, for our students, and for our community. And if Josh is here, he'll have a few words to say.
Thank you, Durana. Very kind words. And I just want to say, can you all hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I thought so. Thank you. Anyway, there's really no greater honor than being voted on an award by your peers, as we've seen throughout this presentation. And so that means a lot to me. And I just want to say that I think the change occurs in the small places, the unseen places. And as we've seen so many volunteers here, those are the people that are out there making our community a better place and doing the hard work and oftentimes the underappreciated work. And that is true in the education system as well. But those volunteers and the work of committees and small groups of people is really where care and progress comes from. And I do want to give a special shout out to my longtime mentor and a former IEA President Doug Jones, who showed me so many things about the importance of being a volunteer, both in the community and through the education system. And then I also have to give a shout out also to all my students who are the reason that educators are there and taught me more than ever anything I taught them. So anyway, thank you.
Congratulations, Josh, and thank you for being a teacher. All right, we're now in our second break, gamification, and we have 2 questions again. These are the last 2, so get your chat boxes open, ready to type your answer. Question number 1. What was the name of the family who operated the historic Shell station and feed store from the 40s to the 60s? The winner will get an agave and tequilas $50 gift card, again, that they can pick up from the chamber anytime in the next week or so. All right, I see some answers rolling in. I'm waiting for my text to tell me who the winner is. And I have seen the answer. So, oh, here we go. We got it. Don Robertson is the winner, and it's the Hailstone Feed Store. It's the Hailstone family. Excuse me. All right. The next question and last chance to win this evening is this. What product launched Sanmar in 1981? Backpack, t-shirt, or hat? The winner will receive one round of golf, sorry, typo here on the screen, one round of golf at Mountainside Golf Course. You have you have 1 in 3 of getting it. I'm still waiting. The answers are flying up there. All right, Noble won. Congratulations, Noble. And the answer is a backpack. Marty Lott created a backpack in partnership with his college roommate and started Sanmar as an import-export business in a basement office. All right. Moving on to the next award, sponsored by the Issaquah Parks Board, the City of Issaquah Youth Leadership Award, presented by Kathy Jones, the Recreation Supervisor. Kathy, it's all yours.
Hi, thank you. I am thrilled to honor 2 youth tonight whom I absolutely adore. Sean and Shaninda are obviously 2 unique individuals, but these 2 Issaquah Youth Advisory Board members have collaborated through so many projects over the years that community center staff often think of them as one name, Sean and Shaninda. And both of them began serving on the Youth Advisory Board during their 8th grade year, and since then have volunteered hundreds of hours to the success of the Issaquah Youth Advisory Board. Sean Fan is currently a senior at Skyline High School. Over the last 5 years, I have witnessed a transformation of epic proportions. As an 8th grader, Sean was quiet and seemed to lack kind of a confidence to share his voice, but since then, he has intentionally challenged himself to operate outside his comfort zone, and his comfort zone has grown. At our last board meeting, I watched in admiration as he volunteered to facilitate an hour-long planning session with 20 of his peers, and stuff got done. Additionally, this year, Sean is wowing park board members as he serves as a youth representative on the City of Issaquah Park Board. Now, Shaninda Doka, she is in her 2nd year at the University of Washington. And Shaninda is a self-motivated and incredibly driven woman. She is the only Youth Advisory Board member who has taken on the role of chair for their annual Issy Kids Triathlon. As a high school freshman, she wanted the experience of managing the event as a whole rather than just one aspect of the event. And to date, it is our most successful and largest triathlon yet. She also let her leadership skills shine while joining us for 3 summers as Milkshake, an amazing counselor in training. Sean and Shaninda have skills in time management, organization, and public speaking, all of which they could give lessons on. I have often thought that I would love to be like Sean and Shaninda when I grow up. This year, they helped create Harry Potter Night, where 50 Quidditch playing and potion making wizards took over the community center. And they are now both full speed ahead in planning their 2nd Dodgeball and Donuts, a dodgeball tournament bringing high schoolers and Issaquah police officers together as they compete for the championship trophies. So please join me and all of my coworkers at the Issaquah Community Center in thanking both Sean Fan and Shaninda Doka for truly making Issaquah an amazing community to live and work and play. Thank you. Sean, Shaninda, are you there?
Yes, hi.
Hi, everyone. This is Shaninda. Kathy, you've been the biggest support for us, and I really appreciate all you do for YAP. This is my 5th year on the board as a youth member, and I wanted to thank everyone for this amazing event and for giving Sean and I this award. It means so much to me, and I couldn't have asked for better for my last year with YAP. I've learned so much and made so many memories and friendships throughout my time here. And most importantly, I really love our motto and what we do for the community. It is exactly what I stand for, and I'm glad we have so many youth interested in community service today. Thank you so much.
And hi, I'm Sean. Wow, this is an absolute honor. I don't know how to add on to Shaninda, but I'll try my best. Not sure why my camera isn't on, but I'm ready. I remember joining the Issaquah Youth Advisory Board, yes, as a more quiet person on the spectrum. But with the support of so many yabbers, Shaninda included, it's only with their, Kathy's, and Lisa's encouragement, big shout out there, could I have stepped out of my comfort zone and expanded my horizon and what can be achieved, and what can be received, in fact, in daily interactions while participating in volunteerism. And I just want to borrow a phrase that we yabbers frequently hear Kathy use, and it's, this just fills my bucket. There's no better comment that captures the fulfillment that comes with volunteering, because all impacts, big and small, make a difference. So yeah, again, I want to thank Kathy, Lisa, and all of the Youth Advisory Board, and of course my parents, for enabling me to accomplish what I have done and what we hopefully will do. Again, I feel absolutely honored that I've been considered, and I feel humbled by the award and what it represents.
All right, congratulations to Sean and Shaninda. Thank you for the service you provide. Our next award is sponsored by the city, the greater, sorry. Let me catch up. I apologize for that. It's sponsored by the City of Issaquah Senior Center and Issaquah Parks and Community Services. It's the City of Issaquah Volunteer of the Year Award, and it's presented by Catherine Wismer, the Recreation Coordinator.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Ray. This award is going to Paula Wolf. Paula is a warm, engaging, all-round amazing volunteer. She's contributed in many ways at the Issaquah Senior Center over the last 4 years. Most recently, and her biggest help has been, she started out as a helper in the kitchen and has been trained by, well, we've had a couple different cooks within the Catholic Community Services lunches. But over the last few months, we've had some illness with the main cook. So Paula has really stepped up. She's stretched and has been willing to learn how to cook for 20 to 50 people. And those numbers keep growing as we get more people coming back to the senior center. So Paula jumped in, and it was a couple weeks ago when she did her first full meal with us cooking. And she had her cell phone in one hand and she had a spoon and she was cooking with the other hand. And Teresa stayed on the phone for about 3 hours and was just there to answer questions. So she did an amazing job. And my favorite was the sweet and sour pork with fried rice. So that was amazing. This is what Teresa has to say about Paula. Paula is the best volunteer ever. Not only is she a great communicator, but she takes direction very well. No task is too small or large for Paula. She handles execution of tasks with ease. When she works with me and others, Paula promotes an atmosphere of calm. So we're very happy to give this to Paula on behalf of the older adults at the senior center and the staff at the senior center. So thank you, Paula. I don't think she's able to join us today. She's visiting her parents, so in Chicago. So thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, our next award is sponsored by the City of Issaquah Parks and Community Service, and it's the Sports Person of the Year, presented by Lisa Eckert, Recreation Coordinator. Lisa, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Welcome.
Awesome. I don't know if my video is on, but I will keep going. I promised our recipient that I would keep this as short as possible, but there's a lot to say. On behalf of Issaquah Parks and Community Services, it is my absolute honor to present the Sports Person of the Year award to the one and only Joanne Hartman. To be quite honest, Joanne could win this award every year. Her involvement in our youth gliders, track and field and cross country program is unmatched. After all, she's the one who created and built this program over 20 years ago to be what it is today. She helps develop lesson plans and trains coaches now who started in the gliders program when they were just 5 years old. Every coach I talk with expresses how impactful and important Joanne is and has been in their life. And you better believe that she always keeps up with their lives, their future plans, and their race times. She is the most loyal human, has the most contagious energy, and shows so much passion towards kids having fun with running. She loves teaching the correct terms, creatively challenging each kid individually, and encouraging runners to race their hearts out for that coveted lollipop at the end of the race. When all the other surrounding city track teams know who Joanne Hartman is and reaches out for her expertise, you know you have the real deal. So if you ever see neon bright orange shirts, as you can see on the right side of the screen, and Joanne commanding the attention of all those kids, if you ever see those bright orange shirts around Issaquah and Sammamish area, it is most likely a glider shirt. And I hope you think about Joanne and her undeniable impact that she's had on this community. I look forward to many more meetings, brainstorm sessions, track meets, cross-country meets, and all the rainy days of running that she makes feel so warm and sunny. Thank you, Joanne, for all the hours you put into the gliders program and everything you have personally taught me in this awesome sports world. We literally cannot run this program without you. Thank you, Joanne. And I don't think she's going to speak tonight, so I will turn it back to you, Wright.
All right, thank you. I had 5 children go through the gliders program.
It's been around.
Yeah. All right. Our next award is sponsored by the Greater Issaquah Chamber of Commerce, and it is the Business of the Year Award. Kathy?
Thank you, Wright. And actually, you know something about this business already because it was one of the gamification questions. Our Business of the Year award goes to Sanmar. Marty Lott started Sanmar in 1971 with $1. As part of his college project, Marty made a deal to sell branded red backpacks big enough to hold a 6-pack of beer, ski goggles, and gloves to Tacoma's Heidelberg Brewing. With the deal in place, he needed a bank account to deposit an incoming check, which he would use to buy the backpacks. But Lott, at 21 years old, did not realize he needed cash to deposit to open a business account. So he reached into his pocket and pulled out $1, and Sanmar started with $1. The backpack was a success, and Lott entered the screen printing business, selling merchandise out of the basement of an office building owned by his father. He took the Sanmar name from the company that his father had run and closed. Marty's father, Manny Lott, meshed his children's names, Sandra and Marty, and the original Sanmar was born. 50 years later, a lot has changed for the Issaquah-based family-owned company, but their core values remain the same. Tell the truth and be nice. They employ approximately 4,000 workers. In 2019, they had over $2 billion in sales. They're committed to the communities they call home. Local community support has included Salmon Days, Issaquah Food and Clothing Bank, Highlands Day, Eastside Baby Corner, Virginia Mason Valley Bush House, United Ways, and Seattle's Union Gospel Mission. At the onset of COVID-19, SanMar came together as a team and worked quickly to support communities and healthcare workers in need of masks and other PPE gear. They also provide matching employee contributions up to $250. They are a recipient of the Puget Sound Business Journal Family Owned Business of the Year Award. They just turned 50, so they're celebrating being 50 years old. They've provided 2,649 hours of additional time off to employees experiencing hardships during COVID. They offer a work-life balance for employees through work-from-home programs, and they've done so since 2006. They have sustainable manufacturing practices offering sea-free products, carbon neutral. In 2021, they made a formal commitment to set science-based, and I'm not sure of the word TARS, and that's probably a typo, so my apologies, to help drive corporate climate action. The president of SanMar, Jeremy Lott, is unable to be joining us this evening, but accepting on his behalf is Jennifer Larson, Chief People Officer in Human Resources. And Jennifer, are you there?
Kathy, what a wonderful introduction. I'm speechless. And on behalf of Jeremy Lott and the entire SanMar team, I want to say thank you. I had to really be quiet during the gamification. I wanted to put in the chat immediately about the backpack because it is the coolest backpack. But as you mentioned, we also produce apparel, t-shirts, fleece, jackets, and then they are later decorated. And it's larger than that, because our goal really and our mission is to make meaningful connections that elevate lives. So when you put on that favorite shirt, when you put on your Salmon Day shirt, when you put on your team gear, you feel like you're part of a larger community. So our products create the connection that bring people together. And as Kathy, as you mentioned, SanMar really does strive to make a difference in the communities in which we live and work. We have so enjoyed our interactions with the chamber and the community at large. And whether it's volunteering at the local agencies, supporting Salmon Days, donating products, cleaning parks, planting trees, employing residents, we truly want to be an active, engaged, and positive member of the Issaquah community. So on behalf of the SanMar family and Jeremy Lott, thank you so much for considering us worthy of this award. Very much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, SanMar, for all you do for the local community. All right, the next award is sponsored by the City of Issaquah and the Greater Issaquah Chamber of Commerce. It is an award that we only give occasionally. It is not given all the time. It is a Lifetime Achievement Award. And we give it based on a lifetime accomplishments by individuals, and not every year is it appropriate, and so it is not given every year. In fact, this year is the start of, as I understand it, the start of this award, and it may be given in the future depending on what is needed and what isn't. So Kathy and Mary Lou, the mayor of Issaquah, are going to be the presenters for that. I think the mayor is the presenter. So Mayor, it's all yours.
So we're actually going to do a little bit of tag teaming, and I'm going to hand things over to Mayor Polly in just a minute. But we thought we'd tell you about the Lifetime Achievement Award and what it is going to represent for the community. And when we announce the first recipient of this Lifetime Achievement Award, you will understand why we had to create this new one. And so the Lifetime Achievement Award is being established to recognize and promote individuals who have made a significant contribution to the chamber, to the city, and to the residents through leadership, service, economic growth and vitality, sustainability, and contributions of their time and talent over the course of 25 years or more. So with that in place, we do have I've got to shuffle my papers here just a little bit. We do have our first Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. I'm going to say a little bit about this person, and then the mayor is going to tie this up in a beautiful big bow. So our Lifetime Achievement Award is going to Rob Hunt with Village Theater. The business of keeping local theater open and thriving is challenging. Profit margins can be slim, and shows can be expensive to produce. Rob Hunt, executive producer, has been keeping the Francis J. Goddard Theater, lovingly known as Village Theater, going since he founded it in 1979 with his partner. Rob manages the business side and leads the company artistically, overseeing all programs and production. Rob is more than a numbers guy. Did you know that Rob also has done a bit of acting back in his day? I found an interview of him that the interviewer asked, what is your favorite role? And he told the interview his favorite role was Teen Angel in Grease. He said, quote, I floated down from the sky and sang beauty school dropouts surrounded by beautiful women in curlers. Now, doesn't that sound like Rob? He has a strong love for the creative art and live theater. It's Rob's enduring love for live theater, especially musical theater, that has manifested itself in having a professional theater right here in Issaquah. And Rob's passion for new musical development that has crystallized in Village Theater's original programming. Rob was also the creative champion for Village Theater's youth education program, which teaches creativity, responsibility. It encourages teamwork and personal integrity, artistic expression, and appreciation for live theater. The evidence of Rob's artistic leadership and profound impact on the city of Issaquah and Washington State's performing arts is found in Village Theater's nationally recognized professional theater company. Mayor Polly.
Kathy, thank you. And right, thank you for putting this all together. It's an amazing event. I'm here tonight with my assistant, Nigel, and he is holding a proclamation that will be delivered to Rob tomorrow, celebrating his Lifetime Achievement Award. To this day, Village Theater is one of the largest fully producing theaters in the Pacific Northwest and a leading producer of new musicals. Rob's fundraising acumen has been key during many Village Theater capital campaigns. Village Theater now owns 4 buildings in Issaquah: the Francis J. Goddard Theater, the Craig and Joan Watson Technical Studios, and First Stage Theater and the Anderson House Apartments. In 2022, ground will be broken on Village Theater's new technical studio warehouse, a new 4,650 square foot technical studio warehouse and storage facility. Rob has spurred the development of more than 180 new musicals to date, including Next to Normal, winner of 3 Tony Awards in the 2010 Pulitzer Prize for Drama, and the Tony Award-winning $1 Million Quartet. He has successfully steered the Village Theater through the most formidable challenge we've ever faced, the ongoing impact of COVID-19, and the continually pivoting, adapting to the ever-changing environment that entailed. Rob's ingenuity and attitude has fearlessly moved Village Theater forward through the pandemic's many hard times. Throughout his entire 43-year career, Rob has balanced innovation and growth with a steady and pragmatic financial approach to assure the stability of the organization. Rob Hunt's service to the growth of the arts in Issaquah merits recognition. His impact on Issaquah's economic vitality has dramatically improved the quality of life for all of us and for the downtown core. Thanks to Village Theater, Front Street is welcoming, inclusive, vibrant, safe, and livable. We cannot imagine anyone more worthy of the honor of being the first recipient of the Issaquah Lifetime Achievement Award. Rob Hunt, with our sincere gratitude, we present you with this Lifetime Achievement Award. Would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you very much, Mayor Polly. Thank you, Kathy. Thanks to the Chamber and the City of Issaquah. I'm really grateful to be chosen and honored to receive this award. Village Theater's come a long way in the 43 years since we started. And it's only been possible with the support and hard work of many wonderful people. So I want to thank the board of directors, our current board, and all of the 43 different boards that we've had over our 43 years of different people that have supported us there. And a big thank you to the Village Theater staff. They put so much of their hearts and souls into the organization, and now we have really wonderful programming. As you mentioned, our main stage, and our terrific new musicals in our Village Originals program, and our wonderful classes and kids stage productions that our youth education programs do. These programs would not be where they are today without the dedication and hard work of our Village Theater staff. And thank you to the community, and particularly all of our subscribers and donors who have really kept the organization going with their support. Thank you to all of you. And thank you to the city for supporting our growth and our capital building projects. Thank you very, very much. I'm really very, very grateful and honored and humbled by this award. Thank you so much.
Well-deserved first recipient, Rob. Thank you for all you've done. Well, it's down to the final award. Nigel, how are you? It's good to see you on the screen.
Hey, Nigel.
Say hi.
Hi. Hey. All right. Nigel is the grandson of my partner, Stacy Goodman. So that's how I happen to know him. The next award is sponsored by the City of Issaquah. It is the City of Issaquah Hall of Fame Award. It is presented by Mayor Mary Lou Pauley and Council President Lindsay Walsh.
Thank you, Ray. Is Lindsay also with me this evening? Right, you're muted.
Sorry, I tried to avoid that all night.
You've been doing
excellent. The last time, darn it. No, I do not see her. Oh, there she is. She's right there. Welcome, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Hi, Lindsay. I am here tonight as Mayor of Issaquah and joining our Council President Walsh. Really excited to add to our Community Issaquah Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame Award is based on a value of service, leadership, and civic mindedness. This award is our city's top honor. Lindsay, turn it over to you.
Thank you. And I have the honor of presenting the first of our 2 Hall of Fame Award winners this year. And this one goes to someone who has provided over 20 years of service to the City of Issaquah and residents. And I would like to award this to Erica Manez, who's provided 22 years of service to the Issaquah History Museum. She began there in 1999. She, in fact, was the Issaquah History Museum's first employee, and she grew the organization from just all volunteers to the point where they have 5 staff members. Really, Erica, I think anybody who knows her would know she's considered a community historian. She discovered, preserved, and shared the history of our beautiful city. And one of the ways that she's done that is by digitizing the entire Issaquah press catalog. Those articles date back to 1900. And so by digitizing it, it saves it for the community as a whole going forward. She's also led downtown history hikes, cemetery walks, kids tours, pub crawls. I'm sure many of you have participated in those and other ways to discover the history of the city of Issaquah. And now that she is leaving the Issaquah History Museum to start a new position with For Culture, King County's arts and culture granting organization, we wanted to just recognize all of the years of service and with deep gratitude for what she's been able to accomplish that we will not forget. We very much appreciate it. And so Erica, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you so much. I am we've heard these words a lot tonight. I'm humbled and I'm touched by this award, and I've been so privileged to have been welcomed into the Issaquah community and to have spent more than 2 decades getting to know the community, getting to know its history. Because I know its history, I know some of the amazing individuals who've received this award in the past. Just thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Erica, and thank you, Council President Walsh. As Council President indicated, there was a second award this evening that we're handing out, and it's to Stacy Goodman, Nigel's grandmother. And Stacy's here with me tonight, and Nigel's going to be really excited because he's going to be able to present Grandma with her own award. For many of you that know Council Member Goodman, you know that she's a lawyer and you know she's very smart. And for me to try and surprise her like this is an absolute impossibility. So I'm going to 2 different dinners tonight. The first one we had here, so I could get Nigel to my house so he could present this to his grandmother. Stacy, come and join us. Stacy Goodman has provided decades of service to the Issaquah community. She started off as a reporter at the Issaquah Press and then the editor, and she worked there from 1996 to 2004. 8 years, wonderful years. We really do miss our paper. She covered an amazing story that started when I first came here in 1993, which was whether or not we were going to build the Southeast bypass in Issaquah. It required a lot of research, a lot of questions, and a lot of interviewing. She now works, as Wright said, for the Issaquah law firm Carson & Knoll, and she's been there since 2007. It's nice to have her at a local law firm in town. As she served on council, I had the great pleasure of serving 8 years with her, or sorry, 6 years with her out of her 10 years. So she ran for council in 2010 and served between 2011 and 2021. She was our deputy council president, she was our council president, she was our mayor pro tem. And while she was on council, she exhibited strong leadership. She was central in getting our central Issaquah plan approved. She worked on our first ever strategic plan for our city, and she just recently served on the mayor's task force for our first ever draft comprehensive capital financing strategy. She also created some dedicated funding sources to support safety and for bicyclists and pedestrians. She voted to incorporate Lake Sammamish State Park into our city boundaries, which has taken our relationship with our local state park to new heights. She's updated the financial management system and the way we talk to our community to make sure that there is an emphasis on transparency. I am just so blessed to have gotten to work with her and so appreciative of everything she's done. While she's recently retired from the council, she does now submit articles on occasion to Issaquah Daily, and so we still get to see her great writing on community stories of interest. Personally, Stacy has been a mentor to myself and others and is astonishingly gifted in her ability to create policy for the good of the community. Her secret is she always puts you all first at the forefront in all of the work that she does. So now that I've thoroughly embarrassed her in front of her grandson and her husband, who is in the background, I will ask Stacy if she wants to say a few words.
Well, first of all, I'm in shock, and obviously, because I don't have anything prepared to say. Okay, I don't feel worthy. I love this community, and I've been just part of helping any way that I can. And the 11 years on council were a dream, and working at the press was a dream. And I guess when you just do things because you love it, you don't expect things like this. So I'm just still in shock. Thank you. This is I don't know what to say. I'm just in
That's
shock.
okay.
It's just amazing.
Big
Thank you.
thanks to you and Erica. You are the kind of people that make an amazing contribution in our town, and we appreciate it. So thank you.
All right, well deserved, Stacy. Oh, by the way, I knew. Anyway, that is the end of the award ceremony. That was the final award. We want to thank all of the sponsors of this year's awards. We want to again congratulate all the winners of the awards and appreciate the time and effort and money and sweat and concern and stress that they go through to help our community be better. We want to acknowledge and thank our sponsors, the City of Issaquah, the Greater Issaquah Chamber of Commerce, Issaquah Highlands Council, the Issaquah Parks. Oh, those are our organizations that presented awards. Our sponsors, excuse me, the Chairman's Circle, Costco Wholesale Inc., Evergreen Ford, Lincoln Chevrolet, Overlake Medical Center and Clinics, Puget Sound Energy, Recology, Raleigh Properties, Swedish, and Virginia Mason. Again, thank you. We live in a wonderful community. This is my last official act. I guess it has been an honor to host this event. Being part of the Issaquah Chamber of Commerce is a great privilege. There are amazing things that are done quietly all the time by businesses in this community. Businesses provide 60% of the revenue for this community. If you go to any charitable function, it is the businesses that they are sponsoring those events and providing money to the numerous charities that thrive in our community. We have great business owners that are concerned not only about making a profit, but about making this community a better place to live. And because of that, being part of the business community is just something that is treasured. And I hope you all appreciate the time and effort put in by Kathy and the Chamber of Commerce to help the businesses here and the community grow. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And we're so thankful that the pandemic is ending, and hopefully we'll be able to do this in person here soon. Thank you and good night.